I have a lot of glorious gaming mice. Today, I tested all 4 of them to see which is the best for Minecraft in 2025. Comparing things like the price, CPS, sensor, and more, I reviewed every aspect of each. Should you buy a glorious mouse? Let's find out right now, starting with the Model 02 Pro. Before we get into the games, here's a small butterfly click test with all 4 mice. I don't have a webcam, so this is the easiest way to do it, but now here's the gameplay. Alright, we're in the first game using my main mouse, the Model 02 Pro. Let's see if we can grab a win with it. So I bought this mouse a few months ago for about $60 on Amazon. The reason was because my regular Model O broke and started basically auto-clicking because of sensor. But I've had 0 complaints with this one. That was very good game sense right there. But yeah, one of the main things about this mouse is that it has 8K polling rate. So for Minecraft, that's not really going to matter. Obviously, the title is the best glorious mice for Minecraft. And since this game can't even support that much polling rate, it'll just go up to about 1,000. But for Minecraft itself, it can pretty much consistently click 18 and 20 CPS butterfly clicking for 1.8 PvP, and obviously it'll work for 1.20 PvP completely fine. But if you're wondering about the sensor on this mouse, it is flawless and I've had 0 issues with it as long as the battery life is fine, which it is. Like sometimes I can go 3 or 4 days without charging this mouse, which is very useful because I had to charge my Model O a lot more than this. I'd say the best thing about it is just how clean it feels in my hands. As we all know, the Model O design, the infamous holes on it because it wants to open up because obviously people's hands get sweaty when they're gaming. Personally, since this mouse doesn't have any holes, I haven't really had any issues with that. It just feels a lot better in my hand than the other Model O. It has pretty much the same buttons and everything as well. It's just more simple and clean looking on my desk. And something I am going to be mentioning about all the mice here is whether or not the price makes sense for the performance you get with the mouse. For me, buying this mouse for $60 was definitely worth it. I would not recommend buying this off the Glorious website because I believe it's like 120 on there, which is just a scam. That's literally way too much for this mouse. But at the start of the video, you guys did see that CPS test, so hopefully that makes you think some different things about this mouse. And obviously 2 major mice that I'm missing out on in this video is the Model I and the Model D. For the Model D, it's very similar to the Model O. It just has a bit of a different shape, and the CPS is almost identical. And for the Model I, I'm sure you guys can find some videos on that if you really are interested in it. Somehow I'm about to win this game, so I'm also going to fall in the void with my pots. But overall, this mouse is definitely worth it for Minecraft, so I'm just going to give it 5 stars. And my bed's gone, okay. But overall worth it. Let's just kill this dude and then we can move on to the next mouse. Okay, this dude is invis right in front of me. I should have got that last hit on him. I should win this though because I have better stuff and I don't know what he's doing. Please. Okay, that was way too close. But let's go on and get to the Model 02. Okay, we are in the second game using the regular glorious Model 02 wireless. I actually used to main this mouse for a while, but then I just got some new ones as gifts and kind of left it in my drawer for a while. But we're back using it today, and it's actually one of my favorite glorious mice that I have. The buttons are a lot smaller, so for those of you that have big hands, this mouse is probably not for you because it might not fit and be as easy to click the buttons. For me, it works pretty well. And obviously, it is very similar to the regular Model O with some pretty major differences. Let me just make sure I can get this bed really quickly. Bro! So if you think these mice are bad because my gameplay is bad, then that's just not a reason to not get a mouse. But let me just see if I can kill this dude. I don't know how I died to him twice. There we go. Okay, next thing about this mouse is that the sensor is pretty similar to the regular Model O. Obviously, no sensor is going to beat out the first mouse, the Model 02 Pro, because that's the only mouse that I have with the 8K polling rate, so it makes a pretty big difference. But for the CPS, as you can see right now, I'm getting about 22, pretty good. And you did see the intro as well that had the CPS of all 4 mice. But for whether or not this mouse is worth it, if you have small hands and can actually click the buttons, I say it definitely is worth it. Okay, this dude got a bow. Are we actually serious? Please, just... oh my god. Anyways, like I was saying, this mouse definitely is worth it because obviously glorious mice are a personal preference if you want to even get one in the first place. But this is probably one of your best options for all the mice in this video. For the price, I believe this was probably one of the most expensive of the whole video. I think I got this mouse about a year or 2 ago and it was probably for about $80 at the time. I don't know what the price is now. I'll put a picture on the screen if I can find it. But yeah, you guys did see the price at the beginning of the video as well, so you guys can judge for yourself whether or not it's worth it. And I also do only have one wired version this whole video, which is the regular wired Model O. So I honestly have no clue how big of a difference there is between the wired and wireless versions of the Model O2 Pro and the Model O2 and stuff like that. But if you're gonna go out of your way to buy a glorious mouse, I would definitely get the wireless version. Alright, I actually do have a chance to get a 2-win streak here, surprisingly, so I don't know why my mouse just teleported. Next cut is me either winning or getting really angry because I suck and lost. And it's the second option, okay. Alright, we are now on Mindman using the regular Model O, so let's see if we can actually cook with it. Not much to explain about the regular Model O. We all know it's pretty much the most popular mouse for Minecraft of all time. If you know Minecraft and 1.8 PvP, you know the Model O. But it definitely has the best CPS out of every single mouse in this whole video, and it definitely is like the second best feel in my hands personally. The sensor and everything about it is great, and how am I just dying over and over, bro? Okay, I'm not dealing with all that right there. Okay, he just fell. I got so lucky. Okay, let's see if I can actually beat the student in a fight once. I can. I'm not getting this bed because I actually don't know how to block in. Okay, he's AFK. I actually got lucky there, but there we go. That's so free. But I actually did make a video, is the glorious Model O still worth it in 2024? If you guys do want to check that out, because I know it's 2025 now, but all the points I made in that video are definitely still relevant to this day. We are now on Fireball Fight with the mouse, and I do have a video that I made talking about how the mouse broke and it actually became an auto clicker. It's not as crazy anymore because I used to be able to click 30 CPS butterfly, but I can still click a pretty crazy amount compared to my other mice. Okay, let's just TNT jump, place one, and this should be free. Oh my. But yeah, the Model O is definitely still worth buying in this day and age. Compared to the other glorious mice, it definitely still competes to them. But make sure you do your research and see which mouse is best for your type of Minecraft gaming. The reason I'm saying that is because this video is I tested the best Minecraft glorious mice. What am I saying? Okay, what I meant to say was this video is pretty much just talking about whether or not you should buy a specific glorious mouse. And if you main Bedwars, this is definitely the mouse you should still buy if you don't have it already. Alright, I've acquired the bed I'm gonna void, but he probably has mine, and I just won. Okay, but a much shorter segment for the Model O there because we all know and love it. So if you want to buy it and you don't have it yet, you definitely should. But let's go on and move on to the next mouse. Okay, we're now in Fireball Fight using the Model O wired because I was just using the wireless. So compared to the wireless, it gets pretty similar CPS. Obviously this one of mine is not broken, so it gets less, but for the price to performance, to this day, the Model O wired is still probably the best mouse with price to performance. Being able to easily butterfly click 20 CPS for about $40 is just insane. And I know there's a lot of broken office mice out there for like $5 that can do the same thing, but they are just not the same as the Model O. Alright, I don't really know what this Sirski is doing here, but we're just gonna like get his bed. I don't know why I'm taking so long, but we should have it here. Got the bed. I am the biggest seller of this generation. This was the mouse that all the Bedwars YouTubers were talking about in 2020. And then once it had so much hype, they decided to get the Model O wireless, which is the exact same thing I did. This is probably the mouse I've had for the longest, other than like my broken office mice and stuff like that. And I probably got this mouse in like 2021. Bro, what am I doing? But yeah, by the way, I'm gonna see if I can end this here. I'm in the exact same situation I was before, but this time I didn't fall in the void. Please, can I open the bed? It did, and we finally got it. Okay, and we won. Let's go. We've literally won every game in the video. This is actually insane. But that's about it for today with all the mice. You should definitely buy them if you are a current Bedwars player or Minecraft player, and goodbye.